What's up, loves? Oh my gosh, so I said I was gonna do this wedding series, and I said how I'm so excited. So this is a topic me and my best friends are always talking about. So I was like, why not have one of my best friends, since she's available right now, help me discuss what it is like being a single woman, a Christian single woman, and what the waiting process is like for us all individually. So I'm gonna get her input, and we're just gonna ask her a few questions and like what it is for her being a single woman who is waiting to be married. Okay, so let's go. Okay, hey D, you look cute today, girl.
Thank you, girl.
Okay, so my first question is: as a single woman who desires marriage, what are your thoughts on waiting to be married?
My thoughts on waiting to be married is that in this day and age, how can I put it? It's hard. I admit it is the hardest thing in the world. But I've also learned, especially my experiences, I've learned that it's best to really get a chance to know a person, because even though they seem like this great person, whatever, after a while, if you don't build a solid foundation first, it's gonna crumble.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like no matter how hard you try to try to make something fit, it's like a puzzle piece. You can sit here, turn it any kind of way, whatever. If it's not the match, it's not gonna fix. No matter how hard you try to flip it, turn it, whatever, it's not gonna fit. It's not gonna work.
What you're saying is like in this waiting process, don't try to force relationships that aren't for you.
Yeah, not only don't try to force it, but also it's a tweet I had read, because I have a problem with, and I'm really about to throw myself on the bus, where it's like, I'm a very loving person. I have a big heart. And so I love hard and strong. So it's hard for me. I can't love somebody halfway. I can't care about somebody halfway. So if I support you, I'm going to be there like all the time. But I'm also learning that even though I may love somebody or care about them, if it's not being reciprocated back to me, I had to learn how to just fall back and be okay and start loving them from a distance.
Yeah, because it sometimes can be hard to do that. Like if you do find somebody you feel like you vibe with and stuff like that, it's like, okay, I want this thing to happen and it's not happening. And so it's like, dang, I gotta go back into waiting instead of trying to see if I can force you or, do what I need to do to get you to make this work.
Or sometimes oftentimes as women too, we try to change somebody to be what it is that we've always wanted. And sometimes some guys, not saying everybody, but some, guys or females or whatever, they're not ready yet. Or they're not prepared enough yet to be whatever it is that you may want to be. Or sometimes we also have to understand too is that even though we want something or somebody, oftentimes I truly believe that God will give us what we want just to show us it's not really what we need.
Yeah.
Or he'll, but and that's what I'm learning. Like even, through some stuff we talked about, I'm literally learning that as much as there's things, and some people I've dated or talked to or whatever, and they just weren't for me. Unfortunately, no matter how hard I tried, it's like now, and another thing is too is the fact that all the time it's like we some people have a hard time letting go. I know I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. But it's like now when I look back on life, I'm like, you know what? Thank you, Lord, it didn't work out. Because had it did work out, there's some stuff that ain't no telling what would have happened or transpired or where I would have ended up. I mean, I admit I could have been married, but I already know I would have been divorced within a year or less.
Yeah.
Or I would have been miserable. I wouldn't have been really happy. So I'd rather wait.
It's like I always kind of joke, and when I'm talking to the Lord, I'm like, well, Lord, like I know you have a habit of like trying to make people wait hundreds of years for stuff to happen. But like I mentioned in my video before, God is cliche, but God's timing is very perfect. So it may feel like it's taking forever, but it's gonna be perfect by the time it get here. You're gonna be like, well, Dad, yes, Lord.
Right.
But let's move on to the next question. How do you feel like you're dealing with the waiting process? Like, what are your thoughts? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about having to wait? Like, just what are your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings on the wait right now?
Good question. My thought process now is I'm actually okay with waiting. I mean, at first I wanted it so bad because it's like social media plays a big part. It's a huge influence on stuff.
Yeah.
And it bothers me sometimes because you have a lot of people who are good people who have their heart broken so much it turns them to the point where their heart becomes hardened, and I'm guilty of that. Mm-hmm. Or they become defensive or whatever, and it's like it's not that they mean to be like that. I feel like they're mostly misunderstood.
Yeah.
But now with me waiting, now it's helping me to really find myself, being able to change some behaviors that I have or had in the past tense. I'm seeing that I'm starting to really grow with me really taking the time for myself, because it seems like I've only acknowledged the negative part. I've never really took the time to acknowledge the positive part. So the positive changes that I have made. As well as some people actually see the positive changes that I made. I know. Yeah. But, I'm actually glad I'm waiting, because I feel like in that time when it does finally do happen, whomever he is, he'll be everything that not only I've always wanted but needed. He's going to exceed much more than what I expected him to be, like, in the first place.
Yeah, so like this process of waiting, the same thing you said about him, you'll be more than what he probably expected you to be.
Right.
So I think that's the thing about waiting and being content with waiting, is that this is a time to really focus on you, because I've had a lot of people who are in relationships who are married say, man, like if I would have just been okay with being single, because then you have your own issues, then you gotta help another person deal with their own issues. So in this time of waiting, it allows you to just deal with yourself, grow, learn new things about yourself,
and being, not meaning to cut you off, but also being okay to do everything on yourself. That's another thing, is that with you being by yourself, go out by yourself, take yourself out on dates and do whatever, so you can be okay with being by yourself. Because oftentimes we always try to go out with friends or whatever. It's like, now I don't even care. I mean, I love you and Amber, I do. We'll go out, whatever.
But it's
nothing being by yourself, just going out. I'll go to the mall right now, or go to the movies by myself. I'll go eat by myself. I don't mind.
I've been craving to just go to the movies by myself, because that just gets you a blanket. I love taking a blanket to the movies, y'all.
For real.
Take
Me
you
too.
a blanket to the movies, and just have your own little date to yourself.
Yeah, to yourself. It's just like you having a date with the Lord. I mean, the same way. It's just that you just really get a chance to learn yourself. And I guess you could say I'm doing it now because I'm taking the time that I need to heal.
Yeah.
And all the time, another thing is that I don't feel like we take that time like we need to heal.
Yeah.
It's like my biggest regrets that I do have about some relationships I've been in or dealt with talking to these people, that is the fact that I never healed properly like I needed to.
Yeah.
There was one relationship I was in particular. I admit I was wrong. I should not have gotten a relationship with this person because I wasn't over the ex that was before him. And now when I look back on it, I'm just like, I don't even know why I went with him. Yeah. Lord forgive me, but that's how I feel now. Yeah. We don't get into that.
Yeah, but that's good.
That's just how it is. And I can sit here and test, and another time you can't play victim. I played victim for a while. Always been like, he did that, or da-da-da, but not acknowledging the fact that what did I do?
Yeah.
I could have handled this a lot better, or I could have did this a lot better than what I did. I could have talked in a better tone than what I did. But at the end of the day, we're human. You live and you learn. Sometimes also another thing is some people, when we get in relationships with people, you never know, they probably come in your life to teach you that certain lesson that you were supposed to. They'll come into your life to teach you that lesson that you're supposed to learn. Yeah, they may come in and seem like they may be relationship for you, but they oftentimes can be something that's a lesson that you're supposed to learn from that particular relationship to carry on to the one that's actually for you.
Yeah, like that time I said the Lord said this, because I don't know where that came from. Sometimes people come in as a distraction to keep you from moving forward.
Yes, I never forget. Never forget that day we was in the car, and I'm not calling her name, but the particular person I was in a relationship with, I remember you literally sitting beside me. It was, I really feel this coming from the Lord. Like, you need to, like, cut it. And I remember that they called literally 2.5 seconds after you said that. And I'm just like, dang. Okay.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I ain't ended, but it ended the way that it ended, thank God. But you will cut some of this out, right? Okay, good. But yeah, I just really sometimes I'm only 24, but I really wish in my early 20s I really would have took the time to really focus on myself.
Yeah, because I feel like the wedding part is good, because when you're able to like really focus on yourself, when your spouse does come, it cut out this trying to figure out who you are, what you need, what you want, and that just takes down any issues y'all might have.
That, as well as it give you time to heal privately and allow God to do what he has to do.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna say like I'm a perfect Christian, because I'm not. I'm still a work in progress. God's still working on me about a lot of stuff and still dealing with me about a lot of stuff. Have I gotten better in some areas? Yeah. I still got a lot of work to do, but I just feel like sometimes we also try to be like this perfect person, and we're not perfect. We're not God. You know, let God do what he gotta do.
Yeah, I think that ties into whenever your spouse does come, don't feel like you're not worthy of them, or that you don't deserve them, or vice versa, that they might feel like they don't deserve you. Y'all just can't help each other grow.
I love Sprinkle Jesus. That app is a thug, like, for real. Them and Love
They
Carter. I be
you.
like, dang.
Like, excuse you, you
right.
ain't had to come for me.
You
like
really
that.
didn't. But there was one saying about how don't choose somebody because of their outer appearance. You need to choose somebody that's for your spirit. Mm-hmm. Not only that, also you need to be mindful. And this is what I learned, because I'm guilty of this, because I actually knew this and I shouldn't have did it. But also you choose somebody that's going to be okay with whatever calling and assignment that you may have on your life. Yeah, some of us are still trying to discover what that particular thing is, but you need to have somebody that's going to be willing and be okay with whatever. Be supportive whatever calling or assignment you have in your life, because one thing I learned, you can't date just anybody. I'm sorry, but you just can't. I mean, you have to be equally yoked with somebody.
And for believers, that doesn't necessarily mean this, because Bishop has talked about this. It doesn't always mean, oh, he's Christian or she's Christian, so we equally yoked. No, you have some Christian people, both of y'all Christian, but y'all do not need to be together. And
not only that, I've noticed this too. It's like anybody I talk to, one question that not only my parents but my aunt would ask is, do he go to church? What church he go to? Oh, okay.
It's important that you be.
How's your relationship with God? I'm like,
yeah. It's important that you be with somebody who's a believer, because you don't want to be with somebody who just thinks completely outside of what you believe. So if there's a time where you need somebody to pray with you, he ain't willing to pray, that's a problem. But you do need to be with somebody who will support you in your dreams and your goals. And not everybody, whether they're a Christian, will support your dreams. They might think that's crazy. That's not the person you need to be with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up, you guys. I don't want this video to be too long, but we're gonna come back, because she's definitely gonna be in more of my videos as we talk about waiting and dating and relationships and different stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.